Today, on Food Network's IEP Cook Off, we have a special treat for you. Kelsey, a Stanford University student, is learning how to create an IEP. So let's come over here and see what she has to do. I'm given a basket full of her students' strengths and weaknesses, and her mission is to create an IEP masterpiece out of all these ingredients. So let's look inside the basket today and see what she has. She has a drum, some shapes, a Good Citizen Award, some headphones, some glasses, and some test results. She has 30 minutes to complete the IEP, and after that she'll be judged on her IEP. So let's meet Kelsey over here. Kelsey, so how are you feeling today?
I think I can handle this. I'm really excited about what I've been given, and I think that I can use what's been in the basket.
All right. Well, you have 30 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna start the timer in about like 5 seconds. You have about 5 seconds to look at this, and then we're gonna start on IEP.
Today I'll be making a delicious IEP about Jeffrey Thompson, who is a 7-year-old. It is November, and I'd like this IEP to last for an entire year. And there are several parts to this fantastic creation, and we only have a little time. So let's begin. First, we must put the strengths of Jeffrey into the pot. So he shows strengths in verbal communication and comprehension. And he also can sort and compare objects in math. And Jeffrey works well with his peers. So in my basket, I have a ribbon. And that's going to go in the pot right here. Next, we must put parental concerns in there. And this is an essential ingredient because without it, the IEP would not communicate the full needs of Jeffrey. And so inside my basket, I have a pencil. And they were worried about his handwriting. And so that's going to go in there. And they also want to motivate him. They want him to be motivated to read. And so I'm going to put a book in there too. Next, we have to add the student preferences and interests to the IEP. And it gives some extra flavor and spice that it needs to wow the judges. So, Jeffrey likes to drum. So, we're going to put a drum in there. And also, he likes to create new worlds. He's very imaginative. So, we're going to add a pinch of that. The next ingredients that we have is the results of the most recent evaluations. So according to this, he scored an average in adaptive behavior evaluation scale. He was below average in young children's achievement test in reading, math, writing, and spoken language. And in his speech and language referral checklist, he showed language deficits and doesn't comprehend written material on his reading level. So according to these test results, it sounds like he has a specific learning disability in reading. We'll go ahead and put those in there. It's always good to add a little something extra in the IEP that makes it a little more unique. So we have to add some other in the mix to give it that wow factor. So Jeffrey lives at home with his mother and sister, and he also has never shown a history of medical concerns. But Jeffrey has glasses, and he was able to pass a vision test with his visual aid. So we're going to go ahead and put these inside here.
So, Kelsey, how's it going so far?
It's good. It's very good. I think that I'm making good progress on this before the time runs out.
I like it. I see you have a few more items in your basket. You have some shapes left and a pair of headphones. Remember, in our show, we use all of the ingredients. So how do you think you're going to use these ingredients?
Well, I wanted to save these for last, but these are some more strengths of Jeffrey. So I have some shapes in here.
Okay.
And he's able to compare objects in math, and he's very good at his shapes. So I'm going to add those in. And then the last one are the headphones. He's also very good at oral comprehension. So I'm going to add that in here.
Okay, so I think you're ready to go. Do you guys think she's ready to go? All right, let's start the pot. We got different things right here, so you choose your utensil. Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to stir this up. And now what we do at the very end is we're going to put this in the oven to bake. I've already preheated the oven. It's going to go right in here. While this is in the oven, language arts and math goals will be implemented. for Jeffrey in order to make him the most successful student. So we have to let this bake, and then we're going to see what happens at the end. Okay?
Okay, Kelsey, you have 1 minute left. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm just pulling it out of the oven.
Okay. Woo, it's really hot. Okay, be careful. Put your final touches on it, and then you'll be bringing it over to the judges,
Yes.
okay?
I'm really excited how it's going to turn out.
Okay, I'm counting down.
Okay.
Okay, we have 10 seconds left. Let's go count down with Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now back away. Okay, we have our panel of judges. We have a regular teacher, a special ed teacher, and a principal. Okay, so Kelsey, how do you feel about your IEP, your final creation?
I think that my creation is really great. It's really unique, and I'm really excited about what they have to say about it.
Are you confident about it?
Yes, I'm confident.
Okay. Do you feel like you fit all of the students' needs into this one IEP?
I think I did.
Okay, well, let's see what they have to say.
Okay.
Hello, Chef Kelsey. The benchmarks you have chosen are well thought out and really seem to meet the students' needs in math. I do have a question for you, though. I see here that you put a first grade math goal in your IEP as one of your standards. Why have you chosen to do this?
Well, my IEP carries from November to November, so that is absolutely appropriate to tie that in. I felt it was appropriate to make sure that we were meeting Jeffrey's needs at all time, whether that be in the beginning of the school year or the end of the school year.
Great. Wonderful.
Well, Chef Kelsey, this is by far one of the most impressive IEPs we've ever seen on this show. I really enjoyed how your reading benchmarks really hold Jeffrey accountable to making improvements throughout the school year. Can you tell us more about the reading standards that you've chosen? I see that it's a kindergarten standard. Can you explain to us why you felt that this standard was appropriate for Jeffrey?
This standard took a lot of thought, and I wanted to make sure that I was addressing every need that Jeffrey had when it came to reading in order to create a well-balanced IEP. And so I knew that he had difficulty with identifying rhyming words and beginning sounds that ultimately affected his ability to comprehend and interpret text. So in order to make improvement in any of these areas, I felt it was vital for Jeffrey to be able to recognize consonant and short vowel sounds. So I also wanted him to be confident with these Deutsch sight words as a way to build a strong foundation for identifying words and sounds in his future education. So the application of this standard will enable Jeffrey to have an easier transition into mastering the areas of reading that he struggles most with.
That's wonderful.
This is an excellent IEP. I'm just blown out of the water by how thorough this is and how well you've done this task. Now, I noticed that some of the services received are assistive technology and accommodations during assessment. Will you please explain to me why you felt these were needed?
Yes, of course. I felt it would be best that Jeffrey take any standardized test next to the teacher's desk. So Jeffrey often had difficulty with staying on task and became very distracted when he was sitting near his peers. So I felt as if by implementing this idea, Jeffrey would be more likely to stay on task during testing. So I also felt that it would be best for the teacher to be able to monitor him during this time. And next, I chose to implement the use of a U-shaped pencil grit as a form of assistive technology. And Jeffrey had difficulty with his fine motor skills, which ultimately affects his handwriting. So I wanted to be able to improve his handwriting while using this form of assistive technology.
We are very impressed by how much thought and detail that has been put into this IEP. This is by far one of the best IEPs we have seen on this show.
Okay, so Kelsey, you see that the judges are very impressed with your work. So, judges, what do you guys think about it? Let's show our scores. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right then. I guess I'll do it myself. Fine. I'll get my favorite recipe to make a loaf of bread. I won't make plain old white today. Think I'll make whole wheat instead. I got all the ingredients.
You're good. I can edit it. You're good. Just start when you're ready.
Hands already greased.
Don't have anything for that.
Today, on Food Network,
So based on the test results, it sounds like he has a special learning disability in reading. Language arts I'm sorry. Ah! Okay, while this is in the oven,